As a finance leader, how will AI impact the business?
Well, Jack, that's a great question, and everyone's asking themselves that question. Specific to our market, it impacts it in a number of ways. It allows us to produce a product with extremely high gross margins. You know, the name, artificial intelligence, sort of says it all right there. Being able to have that intelligence within your data is certainly important, but for those companies that have it and can leverage it, they can now offer a product that is very fast and relatively inexpensive to produce. So that's the first way it's going to impact the business. So it's going to be dramatically accretive to new revenues. It leads us to number two. It's in high demand. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody wants to try and figure out how can they leverage AI for their benefit. And I don't care if you're growing oranges or you're producing software. It is a way to leverage extreme amounts of data for the benefit of the business. And if you can come up with a product that is in demand, it's going to impact your business to a great extent. It's also going to give you visibility into data that you never had before. You never asked yourself these questions, or the company never asked themselves these questions. And being able to put forth a product that illustrates, let me give you an example. We're a legal platform, much in the same way that Planful is built for the office of the CFO. We're built for the office of the general counsel, the legal team. We take you from lead intake all the way through to case and matter management into an AI product that we generate demand letters from. And those demand letters can be generated in a fraction of the time that a paralegal, at a fraction of the cost that it would cost a paralegal to produce it, and with greater accuracy in terms of the data that demand letter has. So we can give you the actual potential exposure to the case based on what we know to be true from prior cases and data. And all of that in a matter of, if it's a day, it's a long time. But if it's a manual process, we're talking weeks, and human beings need to produce it. So huge impacts. Look, I'm paid to worry. I'm paid to look out a little bit beyond the horizon and try and make predictions of where we're going and what the impact of the business is going to be. I'm certainly worried about the economy. I'm worried because there's uncertainty. There's a lot of signals going in many different directions. So we talked a little bit earlier about AI, and that's definitely a signal, an arrow going up and to the right. It's the hot part of the market, and that's a good thing. There's also other signals, you know, some of the larger tech companies that are laying off a lot of workers to protect their earnings forecasts. There's uncertainty in real estate. There's uncertainty in banking. I'm particularly worried about the banking sector. I could honestly say that about half of all of our banking institutions are underwater, or they're not solvent based on their tier 1 capital coverage, based on how they're holding securities, either for sale or to maturity. And that could be a big problem. And if the banks start to go down and lending gets cut off, it's going to ripple through the economy. We already know that real estate is on its way down. Commercial mortgage-backed securities are an issue. Commercial real estate is an issue. The holders of those loans are certainly worried. So we're very connected in so many different ways that it's not going to take much to create a negative economic environment in the future. What does that mean for your business? Well, what it means for your business may be different than what it means for ours. We feel a little bit more insulated and fortunate given that we're in the legal sector. And so there's going to be a continued, if not increased, need for many services during such a downturn. But for some of your larger enterprise SaaS businesses, enterprise software, technology, manufacturing, retail, housing, I think we have a potential to enter a dark period. We're not out of this recession just yet. I don't believe we've actually officially entered it just yet, although the media thinks that we have. So I do think there's bright spots. I mentioned AI as being a bright spot. We know of a number of deals in AI being, just to be specific, that have gone for multiples, or the investments have gone for multiples way above what we have seen in the past. So there's some bright spots there.